champion in the Headman Academy's English Olympiad, we still had a way to learn English to improve ourselves in English. Headman Academy to me was more like a family than even a class. Assalamu alaikum everyone, I am Hossain and I read in class 6 at PAF Shine College, Dhaka. My full name is Hossain Farhan. People usually call me Hassan or they can also call me Farhan. And today I'm here to introduce myself in front of all of you guys. And first of all, I'll start with my hobbies and what I like to do usually at home. So in my free time, I make sure that I have just some time to read books. Usually I read storybooks. Sometimes I also like to read books about history. And besides that, of course, as a child, I love playing, and well, my favorite games include football, badminton, and many others. So whenever I come to Headman Academy, I always feel like this is my second home, sort of like that, because I've been here for so long and it feels amazing to me. The first ever time I really got to know about Headman Academy was when I attended an English Olympiad which is hosted by Headman Academy. And the thing is that there I got the first prize as the champion in the Headman Academy's English Olympiad. And afterwards my family understood that, well, I like English quite a lot, and they understood that I might have some potential in English. So my parents, they decided to enroll me into Headman Academy, and that is where my journey really started. And my journey in Headman Academy started at RM Plaza, where there were a couple of other kids who were learning with me as well. So the things which we were learning at Headman Academy during that time were basically like sounds, IPAs, and also my favorite part were the riddles which we would just ask mid-class. And well, I believe one of the important things in that time really was our presentation classes. And of course, the funniest thing were the movie classes which were hosted by Headman Academy. And well, basically, Headman Academy to me was more like a family than even a class. And afterward, of course, we had the coronavirus period, and at that time we had online classes. Now the first online classes were actually held in StreamYard. We had live classes, and at that time emam was actually took our live classes, and in those live classes the things we learned were translations of everyday English, how we could make ourselves better in the language, and all in all it was actually very beneficial for us. And even though we had lockdown, we still had a way to learn English to improve ourselves in English. What was the 365 days challenge? As we all know that in order to get fluent, we have to speak, don't we? So this 365 days challenge has actually given us a scope to speak on various topics. Our teachers would give us various topics such as global warming, we would have climate crisis day, and various other special topics which would really come in handy in the future. And what we would do is that we would make a 5-minute, 10-minute video on those topics and post it on the Facebook page of Headman Academy. At first, my journey with Headman began in offline classes, and now I'll be telling you about those offline classes. So our offline classes were 2 days a week. Those were Saturday and Fridays. And so basically for me, those were the best days of the week. I'd always crave to when will my offline classes happen. And in those classes, the thing is that we had learned so much. And the basic thing which we really got to use right now even so is the IPAs, for example, pop, bop, and all those sounds which we will now implement in our speaking. All of those classes also included some riddles which we asked, and it was personally my favorite class. And our language clubs were basically learning with fun, learning with games, learning with the understanding of each other. And in these learning classes, we had several games, and we had one game, it was a memory game, and we would memorize the words which each other said, and then we would have to say that afterwards. So basically, like, one of our students said Pakistan, then I would say Bangladesh, then the other one would say Pakistan, Bangladesh, Europe, and so on, continuing. And not only did it improve our English, it also improved my cognitive speaking abilities, and those were all about my offline classes.